How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. So it has been a few days, and I'm sticking to pretty much the same things I was talking about before. I am really trying to hit the Slayer as much as possible now, mostly in the forms of doing my daily Abyssal Demons and daily Dark Beasts. I think I spoke about that in the last one. But anyway, just want to let you know that I haven't given up on that idea yet. You know how sometimes when you make RuneScape ideas and plans, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is a really great plan. And then 2 days later, you're like, maybe I'm not actually going to do that. But no, I am actually going to stick to doing Slayer because I would like to get Completionist Cape done fairly soon. I believe I mentioned this in the previous one, but I am working towards getting the quest cape done also. I just really didn't do, I really haven't done a whole lot of quests and stuff. For those of you that don't know, oh, by the way, there we go, 113 Slayer, yes. I noticed actually that I was about to hit 113 Slayer, so I was like, you know what, I should probably start the recording, and that way I can, do this at the same time. Bonus. So, I'm sitting here on this Abyssal Demon task. It'll be done actually pretty soon. I've only got 35 more kills left here, and then going to be going to do my Dark Beast task. Just trying to do one of each per day as a minimum, and that'll slowly work me towards 120 Slayer as I finish off the rest of stuff for Completionist Cape. And who knows how much they're actually going to change with the Completionist Cape because, Jagex has been talking about updating the comp capes themselves, which I'm definitely inviting it. It'll be nice actually if they do remove the profound armor part of trim. I am halfway done with profound myself, but I really wouldn't mind if they remove that because kind of like they said, it's kind of dumb that you have to just stand in a mini game for like 6 months and do nothing. So I don't know. Either they need to fix it so that being active in mini games will give you more progress towards profound, like extra Thaler, which I think that would be a decent fix if they just made it so that you doing things in the game, like getting points in the game, actually gave you more progress. I think that would actually be a better fix in my opinion than just removing it completely from the requirements, but. That's kind of just my opinion on it, but either way, I'm not really going to cry if they remove trim from the requirements. So, profound from the trim requirements. That's kind of like one of the more dumb things they've had on the list anyway. So it's kind of like probably the least relevant thing on there. But anyway, yeah. Also, people were pretty interested in hearing about the online business stuff that I'm working on in the real world. So I will touch on that in this video. But as far as RuneScape related stuff, I also tested out killing some neck rails today for the heck of it. I was like, you know what, why not try them? For some reason, I was just kind of interested in doing them today. I really don't know why. Maybe it's because they're always standing over here when you're doing Slayer tasks, and I was like, I wonder if those are any good at all. So an interesting thing I found out about those, by the way, is that the ones up here are actually slower to kill than the ones downstairs. So the ones downstairs actually weren't even that bad. My total XP per hour by doing a Marcus task, which if you don't know what a Marcus task is, essentially it gives you 20% XP for like the Slayer kill rather than the full Slayer kill. So it's kind of like you make up your own Slayer task, except you don't get Slayer points and you also only get 20% XP. Not really a great thing to do, but it's kind of okay for doing like Abyssal Demons and stuff like that if you'd rather just camp them for a long time rather than just keep on getting new tasks. So it's kind of a, it's an option. But anyway, I went downstairs and the Abyssal Demon, the neck rails were actually giving me close to 800,000 XP per hour, which is pretty cool. I was getting 500k an hour in combat XP, so I might actually make a video on doing those because if you can get 500k XP per hour AFKing neck rails in the Slayer tower, that's kind of cool because a lot of people go out and do the Abyss to get like, right around the exact same XP rates and a much higher risk because, you have to risk getting PK'd or whatever. So that could actually be a good alternative for people because it also requires level 80 Slayer and rather than level 85 Slayer because obviously Abyssal Demons are far better to do, but they do require 85 Slayer. And for those people who don't have 85 yet, you might have 80 and that could be beneficial for you. I don't know. If somebody else also feels the same way, then maybe I'll make that video. I think regardless, I'll make that video. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn in my Abyssal Demon contract. Actually, I'm going to bring you guys right along with me when we go do this because now the aggression potion is out. Let's go down there and do that. I'm going to show you guys something really quick just in case you are unaware of this. Let's see if I can teleport. No, I can't. I used up all those teleports today too. Let's teleport down with my Slayer helm, so first of all, if you have the complete Slayer helm and you have added the Slayer ring charges to it, then don't forget that you can teleport to many different places with the Slayer helm. So you can actually click on the Mortania Slayer Tower, which is number 3 option on teleport, and that will take you straight to Marcus, if anyone's unaware of that, which is actually pretty cool. And look, there we go. Oh wait, do I already have that one? Looks like I do. Next thing, if you have the Vampire Hunter Amulet with some charges in your inventory, or like, you know, if you just own the amulet, which I currently have 39 more charges to mine. If you wear this when you turn in your special Slayer contract, and you get the special Slayer contract by getting a contract from Marcus when you have a Slayer task that involves the Slayer Tower itself, he will give you a Slayer contract that gives you a pretty big boost when you get done with it. So while wearing the Vampire Hunter Amulet, it doubles that boost. I'm pretty sure it's double on that boost. So anyway, I'm gonna turn in my contract here. You can see that now my options for reward are 64k combat XP and 381k gold. That's a pretty awesome bonus. And for the most part, if you're doing like your contracts and stuff, you can pretty much pay for most or all of your supplies and like weapon charges and stuff like that. On your task by just simply doing this right here, by just simply turning this in for gold. I actually am a pretty big component for picking the gold option, and the reason why is because combat XP is so fast anyway, but I mean, it really depends on what you want. Personally, I'm going to go with the combat XP because I don't really care about gold too much, but I would say that if you're going to try to debate between the two, picking the gold option is actually a pretty good idea because it'll pay for all of your costs, and then also combat XP is already dumb fast anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal to get more combat XP, but I'm going to go ahead and do this and grab some attack XP, so I get 64k attack XP. The reason why I actually wanted to put this stuff in here, like, you know, these kind of things that, you know, I feel like every player knows, is because I realize more and more that every player does not know these little small little things. So I'm going to try to add some little, like, little things you guys can do in here that maybe you weren't aware of. But yeah, just remember that the teleport options, there are a lot of different teleport options. You can also right click teleport, and then use your Kuradel or Morvran teleport as well. It's a nice alternative. I know a lot of people will get the ferocious rings from Kuradel's dungeon and then use those to teleport to their Slayer task that involve the Kuradel dungeon. But you can actually just use your Slayer helm, and then that way you don't have to use charges from your Kuradel's, your ferocious rings, which is actually pretty sweet. Also, you can teleport straight to Tarn's lair if you ever want to go there and kill the hound. It's kind of funny, actually. Here, I'll teleport there really quick. So you can teleport here, and you can go in this passageway, and then you can kill Pterodogs. The funny thing about Pterodogs, and the whole reason why I'm going to show you this really quickly, is because obviously Pterodogs are nothing special to kill. They're definitely, like, they're not even remotely good to kill. But I am currently ranked either number 8 or number 9 in the entire game of RuneScape for Pterodog kills. And the whole reason why is because just nobody kills them. So if you want to get a ridiculously cool, in my opinion, quick chat that like hardly anyone has, and you want to like try to, you know, place top in the kill count for something, Pterodogs are actually a pretty great option to do because simply put, no one does them. So you just have a great chance of being, you know, in the top of the list. Also, I think they actually have a pretty decent drop of clues, which, as you can see right there, I literally just got a clue that quickly. So I don't know. Overall, they're really not good to do, but if you want something entertaining to do that's very different, then feel free to do them here. If you actually would like to go for like a quick chat record on these guys and like try to compete, which by the way, I think my kills is like, here, I'll show you guys what my kills is right real quick. So terror dog. By the way, this is the kind of stuff that I like doing in RuneScape. Like, you know, when I make these like personal videos where it's just me, like, you know, just showing you guys what I'm doing, this is the kind of stuff that I actually do in RuneScape. I like doing like really random things that other people don't do. Like, for example, I have 100,000 pickpockets on the Cyclops Island, and that's a quick chat. It's a quick chat for 100k of those. I've never seen anybody with more than 100k of those, so I might be number 1 in the game on those. I have no idea. I just like to compete for top slots and stuff that people don't do. It's just like that's my thing. Anyway, so Pterodog kills. I'm at 71, 77 Pterodog kills, and that puts me number 8 or 9 in RuneScape. So if you like walked here and did like 10k kills, then you would be in like top 5 probably. So anyway, small little fun thing you could do. I don't know. It's just kind of a thing that I like, but whatever. Let's go ahead and teleport to the bank now. Now I actually want to kill some Pterodogs now that I sat there and did it for a second. Oh, so I'm gonna go ahead and I have my presets, by the way. So this is a really good idea if you do not already do this yourself. Is that if you are doing something like I'm doing, where you're doing like a couple daily tasks that you know that you're going to be doing pretty much every day, then for sure set a preset. So I've got my preset right here for doing Abyssal Demons, which I need to update because I accidentally put the Zeros legs in here rather than the Moritania legs. The Moritania legs, if you have them, they give you a 10% Slayer XP boost in the tower, which I didn't really actually realize, so I've been doing that wrong the entire time. But so RIP my life. It's a good thing I haven't done much Slayer then. But I also have this right here. I've got the Slayer range set up, so when I load that one, then it's going to give me everything I need to do my Dark Beast task. I don't know why my Pernix boots keep on not getting in that, though. Let me go ahead and add them back in there. Pernix, where, and then update the preset right there. Boom, done. And so, yeah, so that's something else to do that I highly recommend doing, is just making sure that your preset is set up. That way you can just very quickly go in between the bank and everything, because now I can just go ahead and teleport straight to Dark Beast and start doing those. Something else, one last thing here too that I want to show you guys, something a little cool, is the Premier Artifact. Do not forget that your Premier Artifact, when you click that thing, it has this right here, which is a 10% chance to stop your Slayer count in decreasing, and then also increases your hit chance by 20% on enemies below 15%. So essentially, it's very good for Slayer. So what I do is I crack my Premier Artifact and then go do my 2 daily tasks, and that will make it so that I can AFK those tasks for far longer, because I end up getting way more kills. And I'm actually kind of trying to go for getting a large amount of Slayer kills. Like, that's just something that I would like to work on more towards, like, in the future. I'm not working on it too much now, because kind of like I've been saying in the last couple of videos, where I overall don't do that much PVM like Slayer or anything like that. So this is kind of a thing that I'm going to start working on after I get to 200 million in all of my non-combat skills. Is I want to kind of work on getting, like, you know, a really high kill counts for Slayer and bosses and stuff like that. I don't know, just it's kind of fun, entertaining for me to do. So that's something you'll probably see me work on in the future. So kind of like I was talking about, teleport option. Oh, actually, wait, we don't have to teleport there because we have the Helm of Darkness, which teleports us straight to Curadel's dungeon. And I personally do my Dark Beast task in the Curadel's dungeon. You can do them wherever the heck you feel like doing them, but I personally like doing them in the Curadel's dungeon. Obviously, I cannot stay in this world, so we will hop really quickly. The reason why I like doing them in the Curadel's dungeon rather than doing them in the morning tunnels, I know the morning tunnels are really great because of the fact that you can use a cannon and everything, but I like doing them in the Curadel's dungeon because I can sit in this one spot in the dungeon and then fully AFK them. You can fully AFK them in the morning tunnels also, but then you're spending a lot on your cannonballs and stuff like that. I don't know. My personal preference, I just enjoy doing them in my little spot over here instead. So typically what I'll do is I will sit right here, turn on my prayers, and then I am done. But I will probably not be done before I have the correct ability bar, because I heard that helps. Just like, I don't know, I read it in a magazine somewhere. Let's see, get the actual, there it is. Okay, so I've got my little ability bar going there. I think I actually need to change this setting really quickly, and boom. Boom and boom. Yeah, look at that editing. You guys didn't even see that. Just kidding. You saw all of it. Also, the Legendary Familiar, if you're doing these kind of tasks, are really great because then you can just completely AFK because your Legendary Familiar just bring everything back to you. It's pretty sweet because these guys also drop sharks and stuff like that. So if you use like the Alt-1 toolkit and then use the AFK thing where it'll tell you if you're low on health, it's pretty useful. But altogether, if you're kind of having a hard time AFKing things like this, then you can just kind of bump up your armor and stuff and you'll be good to go. So also, now let's go ahead and jump in a little bit, talk about the online business stuff. So I have had people ask a bunch of different questions, so I'll go ahead and answer some of those questions. So one person asked me, is it drop shipping? I do drop shipping, but this next business project is not going to be drop shipping. So if you guys want to know what it is, there's a website called Mercari. It's actually more of an app than a website. The biggest thing they use is it's like a phone app. They do have a website for it, but it's very limited functionality on the website, which kind of sucks. It's mostly working from the phone. Mercari is essentially kind of like a Craigslist / Letgo / eBay type of thing. It's just like your typical selling app. But I hadn't paid too much attention to it previously because of the fact that usually when new selling apps come out, I don't really jump in them too hard because I wait for them to get some type of reviews going, and for people, and for good traffic rolling, because I don't want to invest the time into creating a new online store unless it's actually going to pay out pretty well. You don't want to spend a few days worth of work uploading a bunch of inventory, figuring out a market and everything, just for the market to kind of flop. So, and that happens a lot with a lot of those like online platforms like that. So I'm mostly stuck to like eBay, Amazon, stuff like that. In the past, I've had an Amazon merchant store that I worked on with. I had two people that worked for me. We were doing about 12 to 14,000 a month in sales. That's gross sales though. That's not like my net profit. So for obviously I was not making 14K a month on just that. But my profits were probably about 60% after I paid them and my costs and everything like that. So overall, it was a very, very, very good lucrative store. I've been working on eBay since probably about a very long time. Let's just say that more than 10 years I've been working on eBay. And it's been a really great experience on eBay. The eBay is probably my #1 place to do drop shipping. Yes, for the people who have no idea what I do for a living, and I realize that people probably don't always know, if you're in my Discord, then you probably have a much better idea of what I do for a living, because we talk about that. But most of what I do is like I do online businesses. The only thing I do that's not online business related now is like business coaching and consultation. So essentially, I will help people set up their own online business or their own startup or their own YouTube stuff or whatever. RuneScape is what I do for like my own personal YouTube channel, but I actually mostly what I do on YouTube is I end up helping other people set up their YouTube channels or how to monetize an existing channel. So that's kind of like what I do for a living. And then I have like my online stores. So I do drop shipping, and I have seller fulfilled stores, which essentially just means that I am shipping them myself. So the Mercari project is going to be a fulfillment of my own. So I'm going to be doing seller fulfilled for that one. It's not going to be drop shipped. I've got some ideas for that one. It's going to involve trading card games. Trading card games was my very first online business. My Amazon business was also trading card games. Hey, we just got a dark bow. That's pretty cool. So this is also going to be a trading card game business. So when I talk about that, I'm talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. Trading card games has been like a huge part of my existence. So I currently am sitting on about 1.3 million cards between all of the games that I have and stocked up. I'm not talking about $1.3 million. I'm talking about 1.3 million cards between Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, stuff like that. So I have been looking for a new source, like a new channel to get out some more product. I'm not even actually buying product right now for card games. I'm literally just going through and selling off my current product, because when that Amazon store closed down, we don't have the Amazon store anymore. We stopped doing it. And the Amazon store, when it closed down, I was still sitting on like just massive amounts of product. If you watch one of my previous videos, is a video a while back actually, where I talked about how I had some water damage to a box of cards, and the box of cards was worth roughly $30,000. That was probably the most expensive box I had, which sucks. But anyway, you can get an idea of how much the total value of the collection is. It's quite a bit of money. So right now, I'm honestly just looking to sell off what I currently have rather than pick up new product. If anyone else out there, by the way, does do online sales and would be interested in doing sales for trading card games, stuff like that, like obviously I would give you the training and whatever you want to. But if you want someone to supply you for you to start your own online store, I'm actually really totally down to do that. So we can work out something. If you're interested, just send me a message through YouTube. Obviously, that's completely not RuneScape related, so it has nothing to do with RuneScape. There will be nothing involving trading RuneScape related stuff involving that. I just want to give a little disclaimer there. That has literally nothing to do with RuneScape. But anyway, yeah, guys, that's the majority of what's going to go on with the project. I'll probably talk more about the project as I move forward. Yeah, I'm really, right now, I'm just working on getting everything organized, figuring out the market for Mercari, and then going to be jumping on and getting some sales rolling on there pretty soon here. But if you guys have other questions about that, or anything else I do for online or business related stuff, then feel free to let me know. If you are also interested in starting an online store, even if it's not what I just talked about by getting supplied by me for the trading card game stuff, if you're just looking for someone to help to coach you to get through starting up your store and everything, they're extremely lucrative. I definitely earn, you know, a pretty good living from my online stores and everything like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't not still be doing it. But if you want someone that can help you get set up and everything like that, then feel free to let me know. I also do coaching and stuff like that, especially if you're located in the area, then we can meet up in person as well. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video. I did do some AOD on stream yesterday, so feel free to check out the streams. We have the Twitch link down below, so you guys can join that. Feel free to join our Discord if you guys are looking to make some money on RuneScape. We have the Patreon page, which is a great way for you to earn some billions, quite literally billions. There are tons of people that are in it. You guys can look in the Discord. We have almost 4,000 people in the Discord right now, so it's definitely not a small thing. It definitely works. So if anyone's interested in doing that, feel free to check it out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.